Here we are, back in the long dark, although this time I'm going to be playing an Interloper run. Interloper, for those who are uninformed, is the most difficult mode in the game. Some ways the game is so difficult is there's no firearms, the high amounts of volatile animals, and the weather. The weather is very cold and it only gets colder over time. Now that I was out of the cold in this lighthouse, I could take some time to loot around. The ambient temperature inside is just below freezing, so my character does not warm up without a fire. I proceeded to head outside to go search for things to start a fire so I could warm up and boil some water. After finding some sticks, I was ready to head back and warm up. My hypothermia and frostbite risk was quite high because I didn't have many clothes. A torch would help me explore for longer without getting attacked by wolves and also preventing frostbite and hypothermia for a bit longer. When the wolf barked at me, it spiked my anxiety since many previous runs on easier difficulties were lost due to them. As you can see, I fumbled around trying to get out my torch and deciding if I was going to light it or run to the nearby building. Inside the church, I could hear the wolf outside growling and attacking rabbits. An easy way to get food would be to scare the wolf after it kills it. I can use this rabbit to get food, and if I get enough gut and hide, I can craft gloves at a workbench. I started to hunt some more rabbits for meat and hide, hoping that my food situation wouldn't get too bad. I started to die of dehydration, and I needed to start a fire. Now with a fire, I can start to melt snow and boil water. I can also harvest the rabbits for meat and cook that too. It is now morning, and I plan to head towards a beach ship on the frozen ice. There was a body on the way, and I looted that.
Tongue feels like sandpaper.
Inside the ship was cold and dark. I used some of my only matches to find my way around. While inside, I searched and didn't find much except for a forge that isn't very useful for me right now. On my way over to the warehouse, I realized that I had a severe hypothermia risk and I needed water. A fire would sort out both of my problems. Inside the building, I didn't find much, but this was just a small worker barracks compared to the big factory. There wasn't much except for a bit of food and some clothes, but it was enough to keep me from starving.
I could eat anything right now.
I found a safe. Safes are quite easy to crack. All you need to do is turn it until it makes a louder noise. Safes can have many useful items such as cash, which can be turned into tinder for a fire, and that is exactly what I was missing to start one. With the fire started, I can start to warm up and boil some
Thank
water,
goodness for that.
securing my survival for just a bit longer. My new goal was to head out of Desolation Point and to Coastal Highway so I can maybe get a place with a workbench and food readily available. A couple of reasons I wanted to go to Coastal Highway is that it connects to several important regions, such as Mystery Lake, which has a very good place to base for a while called the Camp Office. It has a stove, beds, and a workbench, and it's nearby to fishing huts. Another reason I wanted to go to Coastal Highway was Quinset Garage. It's a very good place to base because it has a fire barrel, beds, and a workbench. On top of that, there's several food spawns inside and fishing huts on the ice nearby. Crumbling Highway is a connecting area between Coastal Highway and Desolation Point. The only way to travel between is to go through it. Along the coast on this region, there's a lot of wildlife, and there's also lots of dead animals that I can cut up and use for food and hide. Around now, I was very tired and my character could not sprint. That would be a big problem if the black bear around the rock saw me. Outside was cold, but without food I would starve, so I had to make my way towards the fishing hut. At the fishing hut, away from the wolf, I could light a fire and make a break for the garage on the coast.
escape this cold. Wait. I'm so cold.
This first building in this area did not have much in the way of loot, but I took some time to heat up before going out again. Finally, I had arrived at the garage. The food spawns were decently generous and the place was quite warm. I would now be calling this place home for the next couple of days.
Never been so hungry in my life.
For now, I just need to get some rest.